to go on that front. Didn't pull that up. I can collect platinum points. Huzzah! I don't think anyone cares. It's the European. Just do American version, cause why not? Licensed by Pretendo and developed by Bamco. I want. Actually, can I put the whole thing in? I can. Chosen by history, a man becomes a warrior. Engraved into history, a warrior becomes a hero. Countless legends surround a sword known as the Soul Edge. Some claim it to be the ultimate weapon. Others refer to it as the Sword of Heroes, a phantom sword with unmeasurable power. Okay, fuck me then. I would like to read this out, but unfortunately, it's going a little too fast for me. This is your tale of sword and of soul and swords. Huh. Alright. In Weapon Master Mode, press Start to open up the command menu. Various controls such as character and weapon changes can be performed in the command menu. It is possible to change the selected character in the Weapon Master Mode. The character you choose is up to you! Select the character most appropriate for the mission to ease your quest. Or for an additional challenge, select a character that is least favorable for the mission. One of the challenges in Weapon Master Mode is collecting the bounty of different weapons. In Weapon Master Mode, you may use any weapons in your possession. Moreover, you can use the weapons you collected in extra modes. There are numerous secret features in Weapon Master Mode, but it is up to you to find them. Good luck. Alright. So we have options. We can go ahead and use any of these losers, or we can just go Link. Oh, why would we choose anyone else? Chapter 1, The Regulus Proving Grounds.
You stood before. Well, since this is sort of Zelda, you stood before the entrance to the Proving Grounds in the land of Regulus, famous for its skilled swordsman. You predicted that your journey to find the legendary ultimate sword, Soul Edge, would likely be a difficult one. Therefore, you traveled to Regulus in order to polish your fighting skills before setting off on your quest. After passing through the gate, you found a man standing before you, blocking your path. People can do the other voices as the narrator.
Halt! You seek mastery of the way of the warrior. We have no interest in those who lack potential. First, you must prove your worth.
It seemed you had to fight this man to prove your strength and determination. Seeing you take hold of your weapon without a moment's hesitation, the man grinned and said,
Well, looks like we've got a lively one here. Good! I think this one's got some promise. Alright. We got 3 missions here. We got the Proving Grounds. I sense your determination. I'm impressed.
After a few bouts, the man said this to you and patted your shoulder lightly. You've been accepted into the Regulus Proving Grounds. Your training began the next day. It seemed that the man who tested you, Edgar, was also to be your trainer.
We'll start with the basics.
Taking a weapon in hand, you waited for Edgar's next words.
Yeah, this
I'm reading these. I was gonna say, even though I'm using my Zelda narrator voice, I'm kind of sounding like Ed when he tells his story on Legends.
yeah.
Accept your challenge. Final battle. Fight.
Alright.
Fight.
Press A to perform a horizontal attack. Horizontal attacks are useful against circling enemies. Run them well.
Alright.
Press B to perform a vertical attack. And try attacking. Oh wait, no, it's
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah.
Oops.
Press B to perform a vertical strike. Try tracking me with it. See if you can hit me. Oh. Vertical attack is good for countering your opponent's horizontal strike. Press K to perform a kick. Try hitting me with one. Most kicks are quick attacks. They are good for catching your opponents off guard. Press guard to guard against your opponent's attacks. I'm going to attack you now. Let's see you guard. Can't win battles if you can't defend against attacks. It's not flashy, but it is critical to master. You can run by holding down the control pad. You can move about freely once you get used to it. Try running around. By running around, you can adjust the distance to your opponent as well as dodge strikes. Press attack and guard or B and guard to throw your opponent. Don't forget that it only works in close range though. Try throwing me. It's always a good idea to try throwing your opponent whenever you are close. Next up is the guard impact. This one's a bit tricky. First, I'll show you how it's done. Give me your best shot. You can repel or parry an opponent's attack by pressing guard with left or right on the control pad at the same time. Now it's my turn to attack. Show me you can pull off a guard impact. Be careful of the timing. This one is hard. Not going to get very far if you can't do better than that. Alright, well.
Absolutely suck. You can't even get past the tutorial. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Now,
Visual lags behind the sound by about 3 seconds, huh?
don't cry. Final battle. Fight. Fight. Perfect. Fight. Perfect.
Okay.
That's how funny you're doing something with a link tonight with age of imprisonment coming tomorrow.
Perfect. Fight.
There we go. Successfully guard impact and attack, you will have a significant advantage. Last lesson is the soul charge. If you can gather your strength by pressing A, B, and kick, show me your strength. Soul charge increases the strength of your attacks. I'm a big fan of it myself. Show me how well you can use it. New feature's been unlocked.
Practice mode has been added.
Screen visual lags behind the sound by about 3 seconds. Try fiddling with stream settings. Maybe we streamed the wrong outfit or something. Settings. Let's see what we got here. I know I'm streaming to Twitch. Video bitrate 2500 kilobytes per second. Audio bitrate 160. Twitter VP, yeah. Let's do default. Might be just the... I know I checked... no updates currently available. Hang on, let's... yeah, save data. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Tim says now it's fine, so it might just be the game. Yeah, I'm wondering that might be the situation. Let me pull up something else just to test it out.
Nintendo! Next level games is.
Tim says now it's back.
Does it angry body audio on these? I don't know.
Could be just the GameCube, yeah.
Luigi!
Can you see if it's a GameCube issue? He pull it up, turn on another Switch game really quick and see the audio. So I don't know.
I mean, it's fine on my end, but I mean, like, trying to stream it over Twitch. Tim says there was... well, we'll just back out of GameCube. In fact, let me just go ahead and test another game entirely.
Maybe, yeah, who knows it? Because it was fun when we were in the menus. Maybe it was just the NSO emulation. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like you can pop on the live really quick.
Oh, I actually popped the game out, actually, because I
Oh,
was gonna...
oops. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you have it on card.
Thankfully, I've got something else I can just pop in real fast. Just do a little bit of this. Tim says nope, still giving him the same issue. Might just be his end.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Hmm.
all right. Well, in that case, we'll just go ahead and we'll just stay the course then. Yeah, because with nobody else in the chat to really do a comparison with, I really can't tell if it's. All right, well,
You completed your basic training. You travel with Edgar to the advanced proving grounds of the Bulwark ruins. After a day and a half's half a day's walk, you arrived at a crumbling rampart.
this defensive wall was created during a war here in Regulus. At that same time, this proving ground was built to train the soldiers. Our predecessors claimed victory using the skills they honed in this place. Today, we train here with diligence to honor that history.
Edgar stopped walking and gazed up at the wall, speaking to no one in particular.
Pathetically, there are many who cannot handle the training and leave satisfied with their half-learned skills, only to leave lives as bandits and thieves. Looks like they've come out to welcome us.
You two were aware of the three figures that watched you from a distance. Grinning, Edgar turned to you and said,
I bet it's a while since you've had a chance to just go wild and show off what you've got. With your training, these guys shouldn't pose any threat to you. We'll just call this part of your training, too.
so that's me doing the narrator saves you from reading the whole thing.
Yeah.
Watched over by the Almighty Ones.
Alright, use all that we've learned.
Is there no other way?
Battle 1. Fight.
You're mine.
Oh, he got me. Pigeon mailed!
Like being an like I said, even though Soul Calibur 2 is not canon to the Zelda timeline, like being unexperienced, you're having only done the child stuff in Ocarina and Majora's as does work. You can put this on the child timeline, especially with the way you're working with these tutorials. And a more unexperienced, well, Link would still be experienced from turning up.
You're mine.
You win.
Thankfully, we do get a little bit of health back.
Here I come!
Battle 2. Fight. You win.
You're all the same.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, he got me again. Damn it.
Well, you do have the save states when you get to the second guy.
Yeah.
Versus Keelik.
So at least you can just restart from the second or third fight.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Battle 1.
Instead of having to do the whole thing again.
Come here.
Just at the end, these marathon but I Lazar but ones that you can just state at the start rather than having to do the whole thing all over again.
True.
You're going to regret this.
Battle 2. Fight.
Oh.
Win.
So, you want me to knock you out?
Final battle. Fight. Win.
So, you want me to knock you out?
Final
Gonna.
battle. Fight. Ring out.
There we go. All right.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Oh, okay, I'm back now.
All right.
Sorry about that. After much rigorous training at the Reglix Proving Grounds, it was time for your final challenge. If you succeeded in passing this test, you would be recognized as a full-fledged warrior. The test consisted of combat between the disciples themselves. There were no restrictions and no special conditions. Only those who made good use of what they learned and rose victorious would pass the test. It would be a test of all of your training. Attempting to control your rapidly beating heart, you stepped into the arena. Your opponent was already waiting for you.
I've been watching your progress for quite some time. You're a worthy opponent for my final test.
Saying this, your opponent readied his weapon.
I'll be fighting with everything I've got. I expect no less from you. All right.
The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path.
Well then, let us dance.
Final battle.
Chapter has been cleared. And we've upgraded to Iron Neophyte.
I know that like some of the chapters you ain't going to be able to do until you get to like a higher level. Like they're like optional sub chapters, I think.
Right. Road to a new area, Thuban has appeared. If you're in search for the Soul Edge, you should head east, past the land of Thuban, lives the free city of Meneknash, with its never-ending flow of people. Perhaps you can gather information there.
Following Edgar's advice, you set off toward the east. You did not know if you would really find information about Soul Edge in Bennett Nash, or not, but it was better than wandering aimlessly. You turned to look back just once.
You win this time,
Said Leon after the battle.
but I'll catch up to you soon. Tomorrow I'm going to take the test again. Oh, I've heard you're searching for the Soul Edge. If that's the case, then we'll surely meet again. It seems we're rivals with the same goal. I'm looking forward to our next encounter.
You faced forward again and began to walk. Your journey had begun.
Alright. Chapter 2, the journey begins. Oh, yeah, this is the same. Okay, yeah. Huh.
Oh. Oh, just
Well, funny. Okay, if I had known that. Alright, well.
You land 20 hits on the enemy and survived the round. You found your path blocked by the Great Thuban River. Following the river in search of a place to cross, you soon came upon a ferry boat crossing. You immediately headed for the pier, but it appeared to have been abandoned for some time and there was no one else around. Fortunately, there was still a boat remaining, but as you prepared to launch it into the water, a human figure appeared before you. He claimed ownership of the boat and demanded that you give him all the money you had in exchange for the right to cross. I don't take rupee. You better run. Guns of gold, said the ferryman. Not really. He was obviously a bandit, preying on travelers in the area. You sighed and drew your weapon. You hit him a few times, or he'd just give up and run away.
Versus Voldo. Now, two souls are fiercely entangled.
And 20 hits on the enemy, survive the round.
Final battle. Fight. Time's up.
Damn.
Versus Voldo. Fate conspired to arrange their final
We'll try that.
battle. Fight.
Oh man, Phil.
Yep.
Oh, there.
Fight. Time's up.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fight. Time's up. Oh,
Right.
fight.
Ugh.
Oh, fight.
That's such a thing where it's like, as soon, even if you're in the middle of hitting him, that as soon as the thing hits 0, it stops registering hits.
Oh,
Time's up.
There we go, finally.
After crossing the Thuban, strong guts constantly push you and prevent you from stopping at the edge of the stage. After crossing the Thuban River and heading east, you came upon a small village. Judging from the fishing nets hanging dry in the sun, this was a fisherman's village. The commotion in the village square piqued your interest, so you headed over to take a look. There you found the young people of the village engaged in a test of strength. They fought one-on-one on a wooden scaffold. The champion eventually emerged. But just when you thought the hubbub would subside, the crowd's excitement grew. You looked around to find the source of the commotion, only to realize that you were the cause. The villagers had learned that you were from Regulus. They pushed you up onto the scaffolding without giving you a chance to speak. You found yourself facing the young champion. You didn't notice when you were down on the ground, but up on the scaffolding, the wind was strong. It threatened to blow you off the platform at any given moment.
Versus Yun Sung. Now, two souls are fiercely entangled.
Quit now, if you want to live.
Final battle. Fight.
All right, that was easy.
Having defeated the hero of the village, you expected to be torn apart by the crowd, but instead, they seemed genuinely impressed. Even the young man you defeated praised your Regulus trained fighting skills. Even though you were previously trained in Hyrule and tournament fight.
Yeah.
You quickly made friends with the straightforward, honest villagers, but it seemed they had a problem. The mine upstream was poisoning the river and killing the fish. They were planning to send people to speak with the miners, but the miners were a violent group, and the river people had no choice but to prepare for the possibility of a fight. Having come to like these people, you soon found yourself agreeing to help them. As expected, the negotiations did not go well. The miners immobilized the villagers with poison and forced them out of the mines. Through the poison, however, they couldn't even make it back to their village. Fortunately, it seemed you had not drunk very much of the poison. You infiltrated the inside of the mine. You needed to get the antidote to save the villagers, even if you had to take it by force.
Jeez, man, I didn't know we had to deal with a whole bunch of children. Oh, wait, wrong type of miner. All right.
Miners, not miners.
Yeah. All right, navigate through enemy-infested dungeons and defeat the boss.
Fate conspired to arrange their battle.
I'm through with words.
Final battle. Fight. The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword. Final battle. Fight.
Get off this platform.
Versus Yoshimitsu. Now, two souls are fiercely entangled. Final battle. Fight.
He threw me! Oh. Yoshimitsu has been unlocked as a character. Alright. Vedek Nosh. Chapter 3, the Restless Bennett Nosh.
Boss defeated in front under their eyes, the miners looked as though they would attack at any moment, but Sherritt stepped forward and silenced them.
You idiots, just how much more do you plan to embarrass me today?
He promised to provide an antidote to the fishermen and agreed to discuss the situation. Your mission to meditate their dispute was a complete success. The rest was up to them. Seems Sherritt took quite a liking to you. Even as you hurried to leave, he practically dragged you back and insisted that you and the people of the fishermen's village join with him in a feast. The next morning, you bid farewell to everyone and headed out east to the opposite side of the mine. After traveling for some time, you eventually caught sight of Bennett Nash fish in the distance and could feel the change in the atmosphere. The performers and travelers on the road increased in number, and you could hear the voices of peddlers above the noise of the crowd. It was clear that Bennett Nash was a thriving, bustling city. You've been surrounded by crowds ever since entering Bennett Snatch. Listening to the conversations around you, you learned that today was the day of the monthly carnival. You decided it would be best to just relax and enjoy the festivities. After a little while, you heard excited shouts from up ahead. Stopping to take a look, you saw a lone puppeteer crying out in frustration. A crowd of people had gathered to watch the out-of-control mechanical puppets. The huge crowd in the way, you couldn't even pass through the area. Seeing no other choice, you stepped forward to put an end to the rampaging puppets. The noise of the crowd increased as people began to place bets.
Wait, please! These are custom-made puppets ordered all the way from Shedar! Please don't wreck them!
The puppeteer pleaded with you desperately. You sighed and thought up a plan. It looked like the fastest method would be to knock them out of the ring.
Alright. So...
Versus Charade.
Yeah, actually, but you can't damage them at all either. You gotta not. You have to do the ring out.
Yep.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, yeah, you actually can't damage them.
Oh. Really? No, I mean their health doesn't go down, Ben.
Okay,
That's what I meant by them not damaging.
okay. I didn't make a save state here, so I'm just gonna have to...
Versus Charade. Fate conspired to arrange. Final battle. Fight.
Oh, hey, it's also doing the same... Oh! Oh! There you go.
Oh, it's hell yeah. Never mind. Also, Ben, if you go to the shop, I think you can buy a couple more Link's weapons right now.
Yep. Charade is now available as a playable character. Yep, Tim says, yep, it looks like it was indeed on his end. He reloaded a few times and it works now, so yep. Alright, that's the temple.
So you push start in first.
Oh yeah, here we go. Shop, yep.
Yeah, that's some of Link's stuff is available.
What do we got here? Yep, Calibur.
I think the Megaton hammer should also be up above the list. At least it was for me.
Oh yep, yep, we just passed by Megaton Hammer. Megaton Hammer was one of my favorite weapons anyway, so. Any other? No, I don't see. Alright. Throws are more effective, okay.
Look, traveling through the foothills on the path to the temple atop the mountains overlooking Bennett Nash. We stopped to rest at a tavern along the way.
Tavern at the entrance to the temple. It's just like this city.
Oh hey, we had this kind of counts as only speaking almost.
Alright, yeah.
You thought to yourself as you opened the door. Upon seeing the inside, you gave a wry smile. It seemed that the temple itself was running the bar. Acolyte priests scurried back and forth, serving loud, rap, and bumptious customers. You sat down on a small table and tried to relax, but a fight began brewing right beside you. A man carrying an enormous amount of luggage was surrounded by a group of drunks. You planned to avoid trouble, but then their leader kicked your table out from under you. It wasn't your style to just keep quiet after such treatment. You drew your weapon and dragged him outside. The man with the luggage took advantage of this chance and quickly disappeared. Your opponent, perhaps cowed by your aggressiveness, held back to maintain a defensive posture. This called for extensive use of throws.
Alright.
Versus Raphael. Fate conspired to arrange their battle. You're quite the rude one. Final battle. Fight! How boring!
Alright.
No good.
Get over here, son. Ugh. Gold near fight. Oh. Ooh. Road to a new stage. Yeah, subchapter. Alright. Change our weapon here. So we got the Master Sword, most familiar and well-balanced weapon. We've got the Cave of Burner, recovers health and increases defense with Soul Charge. Megaton Hammer, good offense, strong single strikes, but lacks reach. Might as well go ahead and look into the subchapter while we've got Sacred Treasure.
As you walked along the mountain path leading from Bennett Nash, was it Shader or Cheddar?
I think it's just like Shader or something like that. Yeah.
Cheddar. Cheddar. Just joking. To Shader, you came to understand just why it was that so few people used the passage. It was a little more than an animal trail. You made your way south down the path, suffering nits and scratches from the thick foliage. You learned of this shortcut from the man with all the luggage in the bar at the entrance instead the fit of temple. After the fight, he reappeared and told you about it to show his thanks. Shadow was well known among adventurers as an ancient civilization that vanished long ago, left behind countless ruins in the area. And even in the present time, there is still a never-ending flow of travelers never-ending flow of travelers visiting Shadow in search of knowledge and treasure. The man explained excitedly that he had discovered a new ruin that no one had seen yet. He had returned to Bet and at Nash to get other supplies for exploring it when he got involved in the trouble at the bar. In recognition of his debt to you, he revealed his secrets. As you continued along the path, you eventually came upon a half-buried ruin. Your heart began to beat faster.
All right. Stone Temple.
Oh, already. You had been searching for the entrance to an old stone temple. You heard that no one had ever gone inside it before, but there were clear signs that people had been inside already. In other words, your chances of encountering scavengers inside the ruin were high. Valuable artifacts were found often in these sorts of ruins, plus there were always treasure hunters milling about. It was reasonable to assume that, for the sake of protecting what they dug up, they would attack first and ask questions later. That's how valuable the relics of Shadow were. If you were going to make it back out alive, you'd have to keep your guard up. You spent a few moments peering into the entrance, but soon steeled yourself and stepped inside.
All right, this is another one of these map ones here. Navigate through the booby trap dungeon.
By the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury. Final battle, fight!
Thankfully, these guys are only at like half health, so.
The Almighty Ones of... Final battle, fight! Knockout! Fate conspired to arrange their battle. Final battle, fight!
And if you have health, but remember, you only get a little bit of health back for fight, so...
Yeah. Yes.
Fate conspired to arrange their battle. Final battle, fight!
Oh, and he's at full health, too. Damn.
Under the can of brine is healthy. Healthy. Healing would be effective.
A hero. Final battle.
Oh,
fight.
never mind. You already switched to it.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a chance to charge it.
Yeah! He just wrecked my shit, too.
The other side is if you can knock him down the ground, damages him more or two.
Fate. Final battle. Fight.
Damn. Starlinger, give that guy a good caning, yeah.
Final battle. Fight.
Wow.
This guy's not the boss either.
Yeah. Feels like you're feeling the burn, though. Yeah.
Final battle. Fight.
What is call it whenever he's like pushing me? Well, what's like blasting me into the air? I don't get it.
Final battle. Fight.
Gonna.
Bam, bam, actually at the same bit. You are, but a few rooms ahead of you. I just went back to the Megaton Hammer.
Alright, there we go. Back up to full health. Starlink says I could explain the blast if you wish. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, yeah. Go back to Megaton Hammer.
Entrust your noble soul in your sword. Final battle. Fight.
Got split path here.
The all final battle. Fight. The fighters face a final battle. Fight. Entrust your final battle. Fight.
Booby trap means that there are.
The fighters face a gruesome quest
Oh.
to search for
Funny
the
thing, I didn't
ultimate
even
sword.
see the thing that Automod caught that.
Final battle. Fight.
Yeah, booby trap means that there are pressure mines on the floor. If they trip, you hit the floor with high enough speed. Oh, and they trip if you hit the floor with high enough speed. I have a clip of my opponent whiffing an aerial attack and landing on their back such that one triggers and kills her. Oh, funny.
Now. Final battle. Fight.
There we go.
Entrust your final battle. Fight.
Tim says we've got Twitch thoughts throwing softcore porn and all but name, but the Twitch filter yells out if you say booby. Yeah, that's fucking Twitch, I swear to God. Yeah, standards are not standardized, yeah.
Their rules are back and forth. They don't make friggin' sense.
Yeah. Damn. He got me!
A hero dis. Final battle. Fight. Knockout.
Oh, and this just circles back around anyway. Alright.
Yeah, I get that's the only point of doing those, Ben, if you want the extra golden XP.
Might as well.
Watched over. Final battle. Fight.
Yeah, new feature's been unlocked.
Oh,
Oh, fire weapon for Raphael. Alright, so I guess it's worth it just
okay,
coming around here.
it unlocked that weapon, alright.
Entrust. Final battle. Fight.
Yeah, I noticed that had a constant healing effect going on.
Fate conspired to. Final battle. Fight. entrust your noble
Oh,
soul
he's
to a
invisible.
sword.
Except for his weapon.
Final battle. Fight.
Look, accident will do it.
That's what I think your invincibility. Well, more like invisibility, not invincibility. If you were invincible, I wouldn't have been able to defeat you.
The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path. Final battle. Fight.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Now, two souls are... Final battle. Fight.
Branching path here.
A hero desires a sword, and a sword desires truth. Final battle. Fight.
Feature's been unlocked again. What do we got? Side harp, a weapon for Talum. Sadly, being invisible did not help him
The Almighty
accelerate.
Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path. Final battle. Fight.
No, you may not ask me a question. How many times must I... Oh. I was going to say how many times must I hammer this into you, but then he just flipped me over and into the drink.
He flipped the script on your ass.
Fate conspired to arrange. Final battle. Fight.
Oh. Yep, Starlicker put it perfectly. I didn't nail that one.
A hero desires a sword, and a sword desires truth. Final battle. Fight.
I love Megaton Hammer. It's such a good weapon. Like I said, the reach may be a little lacking, but if I can knock out if I can knock out a dude like 2 hits.
Versus Berserker. The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword. Final battle. Fight.
Gonna. Oh. Extra team battle mode has been added. Alright. Ooh, received heavy damage when knocked against the
You
ground.
found
Roll.
yourself standing before a small arena, judging from the sight of smiling women and frustrated, tearful men. It appeared that they were holding gambling battles. In no particular need of funds, you planned to simply pass on by, but then, a familiar voice called out to you.
Long time no see. How's it going?
Turning around, you saw that Leon was there. He must have succeeded in passing the final test after you left. You felt somewhat nostalgic as you recalled your memories of Regulus. When asked if you had found anything about Soul Edge, you shook your head. Leon looked disappointed, but quickly cheered up and said,
I see. Neither have I. Hey, so long as we're here, how about a match? It's been a while since our last one. Seems this ring is booby-trapped with a few tricks, but it shouldn't be any big deal.
A crowd of cheers and groans erupted from behind you. It seemed the previous match had just ended.
Fate conspired to arrange their battle.
Alright.
Well then, let us dance.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, he got me. Alright, well, not a problem.
Entrust your noble soul in your sword.
I'm not gonna lie, I do love this music.
Quite the rude one. Final battle. Fight.
No good. Give up.
There you go. Platinum Neophyte. Oh. We have some dozen for costume for Boldo. Oh. Enemy weapons of poison, you will go numb if you are damaged.
Fort Ben and Nash was a very busy place in the evening. The city's commerce was built around the port, as the ships arriving and leaving carried goods for trade. Shops crowded the streets, and the bars were full of ship's crews and those who would do business with them. Having spent the day wandering around the port, you two headed for an inn for a hot meal and a room for the night. You awoke in the night shivering from the cold. Your hot head throbbed. There was a large bump on the back of your head. You quickly surveyed your surroundings. It was clear that you were no longer in your room at the inn. It appeared to be the inside of a ship. You'd been sold away as a slave. It seemed your food had been drugged. The inn must have had a business agreement with some of the ships. Your weapon had, of course, been taken away. It wasn't like you to let your guard down like that. Now you had to find a way off the ship before it set sail. Fortunately, thanks to your training at Regulus, you were still a threat even without a weapon. After rattling down the door with your shoulder, you recovered your weapon from the crew and ran for the Pita. Unfortunately, they weren't going to let you get away that easily.
It's just stop mailing fission everywhere.
Versus Maxi. Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury.
My, aren't we calm?
Battle 1. Fight.
Oh, okay, yep. An actual multi-part battle for once.
You win.
Give up already.
Battle 2. Fight. Battle 3. Fight. Knockout. You win.
Aside from Link, this freaky guy was also a favorite of mine when I played this game.
Oh, Voldo?
Yeah,
Not defy me.
Oh, Cervantes.
Final battle. Fight.
First time we've seen him. Alright. Alright, take care, Starling. Thanks for coming on by, man. He's now also selectable as a playable character. At least in this mode, anyhow.
Yeah.
A road to a new area, Mizar, has appeared. Chapter 4, The First Gate.
Oh, after creating quite a stir at the port, you decided to leave the city before the situation grew worse. After making off with a small boat and paddling out into the lake, you glanced back at Ben and Ash behind you. Despite the number of people there, you weren't able to track down any information about Soul Edge. In the midst of the morning fog, the growing sound of voices drifted you from the city. It sounded like it would be another busy day in Bennett Nash. You continued a ways further on the lake, but it was obvious that this dinghy would not be able to carry you all the way across. After stepping back on shore, you learned that you are now in a place called Mizar. According to the locals, a large gate lay to the east, and passing through it required the permission of the guards. You began to grow anxious and frustrated. Not only had you not found any leads to Soul Edge, but now it appeared you could not even travel freely across the land. It was then it was then that you truly realized just how difficult the quest for Soul Edge was.
Alright. Algaiba Ruins. Oh, force the bomb off onto the enemy with your attacks. You win if the enemy has the bomb when the timer runs out.
One day, as you searched for the information on Soul Edge, a stranger approached you.
Hey, you. I've heard you're looking for Soul Edge. No need to be wary. I'm not a threat. I just might be able to help you out a little, my friend.
Man walked nearby and disappeared into a nearby ruin. You hesitated for a bit, but eventually decided to follow him. Despite the risk of it being a trap, it was also the first promising lead you've found so far.
Took you long enough. Anyway, let's talk.
The man explained that he was working for a knight by the name of Varel. He too was seeking Soul Edge. Varel had a number of underlings like this man, and he wanted you to join them. It seemed that rumors of your fighting ability had spread from Regulus and Bennett Nash.
But when I came all the way out here to recruit you, I find you're trying to acquire Soul Edge as well. That's not going to work, my friend. That's not going to work at all.
The man proceeded to pull some bombs from his pocket as he shot you a maleficent glare.
Alright.
Versus Assassin. A hero desires a sword, and a sword desires truth.
Alright.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, get up, get up, get up! God damn it.
Versus Assassin. The fighter's fate. Final battle. Fight. Time's up.
What, motherfucker?
Versus Assassin. Watched over by the Almighty. Final battle. Fight.
No, I insist you take that back.
Time's up.
Iron Apprentice. Huh. Alright, new stage added.
Hit atop a large windmill in order to rest. A few hours earlier, you had entered the nearby forest not knowing it was the territory of a gang of bandits and were caught in a trap designed to stop intruders. Fortunately, you managed to destroy the trap and escape before they arrived, but you needed time to recover your strength. Emerging out of the forest, you happened upon the windmill. It made a good spot from which to keep watch on possible pursuers. After hiding out there for a while, you eventually spotted a figure approaching. It was clear that it was one of the bandits, searching for whomever had destroyed their trap. You lacked the strength for a real fight. You'd have to make a surprise attack. You waited in silence as the figure approached, then leapt out and struck.
Alright.
Versus Yoshimitsu. Entrust your noble soul in your sword.
It is I, Yoshimitsu.
Battle 1. Fight. Knockout. You win.
Are you ready?
Final battle. Fight. Battle. Fight.
No escape.
Nice ring out.
Yeah. Double Crescent Blade, weapon for Talum. Actually. Oh yeah, cool. So that because I've acquired the weapon in the stage, I don't have to buy it from the shop. Cool. Okay, so I might just save my cash here a bit here. Right. Timer increases with any enemy you defeat.
There we go. You left the windmill behind and headed north. You had interest in one of the legends of the area. The Murop Monastery, said to hold the golden gate that leads to the land of the Edge Masters. You quickly found out information about the Murop Monastery. It was a monastery that once existed in North Mizar and was now nothing more than a ruin. It was said that a group of zealots who gathered there considered the place as hallowed ground. The monks turned out to be friendly. The moment you mentioned the gate, their demeanor changed. You regretted your careless mistake and attempted to talk your way out of it, but they had already decided you must be a thief. One of them ran off to warn the others while the remainder surrounded you. Even for you, taking on the entire monastery was out of the question. You needed to take care of the group here before the others arrived. You took a quick count of the enemy. It was going to be a battle against time. Right. There was no way you could take the entire monastery because this isn't Hyrule Warriors.
Yep.
Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury.
See how many do I have to face.
Let's do this!
Battle 1, fight! You win!
It's time to die.
Battle 2, fight! You win!
Fine. I accept your challenge.
Battle 3, fight! Ring out! You win!
Exterminate!
Battle 4, fight! Ring out! You win!
He was the easiest one.
Offer your soul.
Final battle, fight! Ring out!
Yeah, that was my whole plan. Was just get him close to the edge and then just kick him overboard. Alright. Enemies favor vertical attacks and are armed with weapons that excel in break. Beat the enemies under these conditions. Damn you, filthy cowards! Give me back my weapon! Jay?
Upon entering the dilapidating building, I soon realized I didn't have my mic on. Let me reread the first line. The voice of an old man rang out from a mansion in a long since deserted village. Passing through the area, you heard the voice and wondered what was going on. Upon entering the dilapidated building, you saw a wounded old swordsman on his knees before two other warriors. One of the victors held the loser's weapons in his hands and grinned in satisfaction.
It was you who said we'd fight fair and square, yet the two of you attacked me at once.
It appeared that the old man had been tricked. The old man was perhaps too honorable for his own good, but you couldn't stand this sort of cowardly act. You decided to win back the old man's weapons and stepped in front of the two men. One of them reacted with alarm, but the other merely grinned.
I don't know who you are, but you've just sealed your fate. We can't allow any witnesses to live. This will be a good opportunity to test my new weapon.
Versus Mitsurugi. A hero desires a sword, and a sword desires truth. Don't cry. Battle 1. Fight.
Get over there. Come on. No, I said get over here.
Ring out. You win. Well met. Let us dance. Final battle. Fight.
Come on. Oh man, if it hadn't been for that damn pillar in the way, I probably wouldn't. No. Bronze Apprentice. Alright. Oh, well, gained a weapon for Raphael. Schweizer. Oh, another one of these dungeon ones. Okay.
Okay. On hearing that you wish to pass through the gate in Mizar, the man gave you some information.
I'm talking about Karen's Pass. Liana resides there. She's a fair and just one. She'd surely grant passage to someone like you.
Sorry. The man explained that those with dark intentions in their hearts were not allowed through. You followed the directions given by the old man and eventually arrived at the entrance to an underground passage. Was this Karen's Pass?
You? Who would pass through this place? What is your purpose? For what purpose is your journey?
A woman standing at the entrance questioned you as you approached. You felt that lying to her would not be a good idea and chose to state honestly your quest for Soul Edge.
Your desire is tainted with darkness. I am afraid I cannot permit you to pass. If you must insist, however, then show me the strength that lies within your heart. I will wait for you before the gate, because if you truly possess a strong heart, your desire will not overcome you.
Leaving behind those cryptic words, the woman disappeared into the underground passage.
Alright.
Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury.
Wind, guide me.
Final battle, fight!
Oh, ice fit. Oh man, we got some fucking ice figures going on here. Oops!
Oops.
Oh, that was funny. Okay. Tim. Yeah, Tin understudy. You who would pass. What is your favorite color? Blue, no yellow. Ah! Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot that fucking ice physics were a part of this.
Their fury.
You don't expect ice physics in a fighting game.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Talum. Believe in yourself.
Final
He said back in the intro.
I saw that.
Strike! Go get him!
Where's the ice boots when you need them?
Well. Okay. I'm fine with that.
Fate conspired to arrange their battle.
Show me what you've got.
Final battle, fight!
Oh, she's got like constant healing going on here. Alright, well I know how to fix this. Ugh. I said get over here. If at least this time the place is actually booby-trapped. And there's some very nice ones.
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword.
Cassandra or Sophidia?
I'm going all out.
Final battle,
Cassandra, okay.
Yeah, because
the Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path.
Nothing personal, but I must win.
Final battle, fight!
Come on.
Ring out! Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury.
I like that.
Final battle, fight!
Alright, I was expecting her to be a lot more of a challenge than that, but, you know, I'll take it. Yeah, Ivy can be no joke.
Now, two souls are fiercely
Where'd you get
entangled.
our material from the Ivy Leagues?
You're definitely not my type.
Final battle, fight!
He almost jumped off.
that's actually the boss. I don't want to go that way just yet.
A hero desires a sword, and a sword desires truth.
Wind, guide me.
Final battle, fight!
Strike! Strike!
Oh, you're trying to... Okay, you're trying to toss me. I see how it is. There we go. New feature unlocked. What do we got? Archeron, a weapon for Cervantes. Okay, I can't actually access the shop in here, but
Versus Sophitia. The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword to cut your own path.
Okay, here we go.
Final battle, fight! Ring out!
alright. Silver Apprentice. And the Almighty Ones have granted you a soda. I could go for one of those right now. Sophitia now available. Alright. Road to a new area. Altair has been... Alright. Yep, indeed. Archeron, yep. Ooh. Have costumes for Astaroth and an art gallery. I don't see any other weapons for Link. High-res images of characters. Oh, okay, so the shop changes. Okay. Razor sword for Link.
Oh, the Giants play from the Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Purchase the weapon gallery.
I know I butchered that name. The Giants play was actually from Ocarina of Time, but I just couldn't remember the exact name from Majora's Mask.
Armo series also for Link. Battle Theater. Alright. I think we got... Chapter 5, Spirit Sword.
You fought with all your might. There was no other response you could have made.
I see that you have a strong heart. Nevertheless, the evil that the sword contains is powerful. Do not yet understand its danger. You are filled with the false dream of an ultimate weapon and cannot see the truth. I cannot let you pass.
We're not able to pass the gate, yet you were now certain that you were close to reaching Soul Edge. It didn't, it didn't feel like Liana was lying. Soul Edge was real, but she also said that it was a terrible, cursed sword. You would later come to accept the truth, and would be only then that you truly close in on Soul Edge. After returning to the surface, you stopped and turned suddenly to get a better look at a man who passed you by. Wasn't that the man who had scouted you before? The one looking for Soul Edge? When you headed back to the gate, a terrible sight was awaiting for you. The gate had been sliced in two with a single cut of a blade. There was no sign of the swordsman, only Liana. Is that Liana or
Yeah,
Lean?
Liana, yeah.
Lying collapsed on the ground, without any another thought. You immediately headed for the gate, but stopped short when you heard her voice.
He seeks Soul Edge with a terrible darkness in his heart. Someone must stop him. Please inform Altair. Tell them that the first gate has fallen. I know I can count on you. You must hurry.
You soon stood at the entrance to Altair, ready to face your own weakness.
You must not let yourself be drawn to his power, for it would mean the loss of your own heart. Let's check out what the weapons we've got. So the Razor Sword is a good offense offset by a short reach and penetrable guard. Whereas the Armo series is that offense increases with Soul Edge, but lacks defense, or with Soul Charge, but lacks defense.
You arrived at the Nareed. You arrived at Nareed Gorge, the entranceway to Altair. Beyond the gorge lay Altair itself. You unconsciously quickened your pace. When you reached the other side, you heard shouts directed at you from the fort on the riverbank.
Halt! Go no further if you wish to live!
It appeared they were guarding the entrance to Altair. You obeyed the warning and stopped. You shouted back that you were a friend, bearing no intention of harm, and requested permission to proceed. After a short while, armed guards arrived and escorted you into the fort. You explained that you came on behalf of Liana and wished to enter Altair, but then and seemed uncertain whether they should trust you. In the end, they locked you in a guest room in the fort. Later that day, the situation suddenly changed. Unknown forces attacked the fort. You escaped in the confusion and joined with the fort's soldiers to fight off the intruders.
Alright.
Versus Talim. Not yet. The
Wait.
almighty ones have granted you a sword to cut
Oh,
your
right,
own
because I'm also playing as the soldiers as well.
sword. Give me strength.
Don't worry, Talim. Believe in yourself.
Battle 1. Fight.
Oh, it's your own turn to have trouble to hell.
Yep.
I will show you the greatest nightmare.
Here I come!
Battle 2. Fight. You win. More souls. Let's go. Battle 3. Fight. You lose. Too easy. Just as I thought. You're quite the rude one. Battle 4. Fight. pretentious fool. Final battle. Fight. Ready? Knockout.
Extra time attack standard mode has been added.
Nice.
Paradise of Altair has been added. You are your own worst enemy. Defeat yourself.
After sighting the soldiers and defeating the intruders, you receive permission to enter Altair and leave the fort. The city of Altair, said to be paradise on Earth, was of a much simpler and plainer construction than you expected. The residents valued scholarship, and the whole city left you with the impression of a giant library. You proceeded to the temple and conveyed Adeliana's words to the priest.
I had seen the thread of misfortune which clung to northern Mizar, but I never imagined that the gate itself had fallen.
The priest spoke with a look of great concern. He then faced you and said,
And she requested that you deliver this message yourself? I see. In other words, she saw in you the potential to take on the one who had destroyed the gate.
The priest pondered for a moment and then led you to the altar, the altar, saying he had something to give you.
I'm sorry, but I cannot yet bring myself to trust you. Would you allow me to perform a small test? A test of your will.
At the sound of the priest's words, an obviously hostile figure began to approach you.
The altar of Altair. Okay.
Oops, I'm getting confused with it. Altair, the altar and Altair. This is getting confusing.
It might be just, synonymous, like, what's the word I'm thinking of here?
Final battle. Fight.
Like homophone? Like, it might be just, oh! Okay. Womp womp.
I jump kicked. Link kept going
I'll
and
be right
crashed.
Versus Link.
I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty
Trust your
funny.
noble soul in your sword.
Jeez.
I just love how, like, the clothes here. I know, like, green is, like, Link's standard color, but I'm just kind of getting, like, a Luigi versus Mario feel here.
Gargoyle skinless.
Yeah!
Oh, it's red, fire red version versus leaf green.
Knockout.
Oh.
Versus Link. Entrust your noble. Final battle. Fight.
And Gold Apprentice. Oh, we've got the Evil Soul Calibur for Xinghua. Zhanghua. Alright. Road to the new area, Aldebaran. Chapter 6, the second gate.
Not merely pushed along by the flow of events, but rather of your own will, you began to walk forth. The gate allowed you to pass through with ease.
I apologize for deceiving you, but it was necessary.
The altar priest pointed to it. Yeah, right. The altar priest pointed to a sword as he spoke.
What you overcame was your own self. You have proven the strength of your own will. Now take this sword. You have earned it.
The sword was of a peculiar design. It was intricately decorated, and its blade was split. It emitted a feeling of purity, yet at the same time you could feel a darkness within it as well.
That sword possesses powers of both good and evil.
The priest explained that Soul Edge lay sealed in the land to the east. Furthermore, you learned that the sword that you now held in your hands was in fact Soul Calibur, the spirit sword capable of defeating the cursed blade. People's greed and ambition had weakened the seal, and the evil energy had finally invaded the core of the seal, the spirit sword itself. The guardians of the seal built the three gates to fortify the seal, and they worked to purify the spirit sword. Everything had been fine for hundreds of years, but someone had destroyed one of the gates. If those bewitched by the curse the sword managed to get their hands on the weapon, the resulting devastation would be unfathomable. And it seemed that you were one of the few people who had the potential to stop it.
You will do fine. Believe in yourself. Liana and I believe in you. The purification of the spirit sword is incomplete, but even so, it should prove useful.
You turned your gaze upon the spirit sword. Perhaps this sword will become the key that leads to you to Soul Edge.
Alright. See if there's anything else for Link. Yeah, the mirror shield. And the magic sword. And then more illustrations for art gallery, so we're not going to worry about that just now. But yeah, we got other weapons. We still are missing 4 weapons. Mirror Shield reflects attacks but may cause Link to lose balance, whereas the Magic Sword is good at penetrating defenses but weak against impacts, so it has a weak guard impact. The Castle of the Dead.
East, you came upon the ruins of a castle. For a moment you wondered if it too was the work of the knights, but it was clear that much time had passed since the castle fell into ruin. You entered the castle in order to get a view of the land ahead of you. Looking out to the east from the top of the castle wall, you saw an ominous-looking mountain range along the horizon beyond the flat plains. You wondered if perhaps that was the place that held Soul Edge. In a hurry to be on your way, you crossed through the central garden and came face to face with a giant stone monument upon which was inscribed,
Rest in peace. Oh yeah.
Head to the right and do not lose your way in the court of the dead.
Oops.
A field of graves, presumably of those who had lived in the castle, lay on the other side of the monument. Standing before the edge of the castle was a man clad in armor. It seemed he was the gravekeeper. He drew his weapon and moved forward to rid the holy place of its intruder.
Alrighty. I'm guessing we're going to be facing off against...
Berserker.
Oh, just the Berserker, okay.
A hero desires a sword, and a
Just the
sword
plain old standard
desires truth.
Berserker.
Final battle. Fight.
Dead.
Versus Berserker. The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword. Final battle. Fight.
This one has quite the damage sponge.
Battle. Fight.
Oh!
Battle. Fight. Battle. Fight. Battle. Fight.
Ugh. Yeah, a bunch of cattle fight. Just galloping across the stars, you have overcome your shelf and proven the strength of your wheel. Head to the right and do not turn left or spin around.
I'm
All right. Ooh, prize money doubles with each win.
Well, the history of the city of Neshira revolved around its combat arena, and it was known as the City of Gamblers. The bustling townsfolk gave the place the feel of a miniature Bennett Nash. When you entered Neshira, there was another day of burly warriors seeking challenges and gamblers seeking riches. Perhaps you could find information about the knights here. You asked a young townsperson for directions to the arena and made your way over to it. Upon passing through the gate, a great cheer arose around you. You walked in through the entrance for new challengers. You stood cursing your luck as the onlookers stared at you, trying to size up your strength.
Versus Mitsurugi. The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword.
Fine. I accept your challenge.
Battle 1. Fight.
Got you. No use.
You've earned the battle and earned 300 gold. If you win the next battle, your gold will double. If you lose, you receive nothing.
Considering you got NSO, we can cheat around it.
Is there no other way?
Battle 2. Fight.
we're in much better position than we were, so...
Is there no other way?
Battle 2. Fight.
I should have gone with the Cave of Burnus so I could... Yeah, no, handy here. Yeah, Tim said, no, that's one way to justify it, reusing the Bennett map for the fight, yeah. Actually.
Versus Berserker.
Uh-oh.
The fight. Battle 1. Fight.
Wow, okay.
Versus Talim. Now. Battle 1. Fight. Battle 2. Fight. Battle 3. Fight.
Ow, yeah.
Massacre. Battle 4. Fight. Massacre. Battle 4. Fight. Battle 4. Fight. Knockout.
come off of it. You know.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh. Oh. Well, that 4800.
Final battle. Fight.
There we go. Look at that, nearly doubled our cash.
No,
Alright.
I remember that being such a pain to do back on the GameCube.
Enemy's weapon has the ability to guard break. Ooh, okay.
As you left the temple at which you spent the night, the monk said to you,
Be careful, traveler.
someone in the area was ambushing passerby. Several skilled warriors from the arena at Nishira had already become victims. Was it the work of those you sought? Thanking the monk for his warning, you headed out for the temple. While walking along the path beside the river, a woman suddenly jumped out from the nearby bushes and blocked your path. She brandishes a huge weapon, disproportionate to her body.
Disproportionate, yeah.
It was possible they'd added members to the ranks since then. You had to be careful. It was clear this woman was the one attacking travelers. She didn't look like she had any intention of holding a conversation. There was no choice but to fight.
Versus Songmina. Now, two souls are fiercely entangled.
All right, let's get this over with.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, right, I didn't make a safe stay here.
Versus Songmina. Now, two. Final battle. Fight.
Try dodging.
And Sung Mina is now a playable character. A road to a new road to two new stages. We've got all right. Idemaria Ridge. Oh, we need fucking Guardian Pact. Oh.
A delusion to you, Arma vowed to mend her ways and stop attacking travelers. She began calling you master.
Yep.
According to her, a famous warrior lived in Critomeria Ridge. Several days ago, she saw a group of men head out to the ridge. You chose to follow their trail, but there was no one to be found at the ridge. Only a dirt mound with a sword jutting out of it, surrounded by flowers. From the condition of the sword and dirt, it was clear that the grave was fresh. You realized that there had been a battle here, yet if the man under the ridge was the one that was killed, who had placed these flowers?
Don't move. Was it not enough to take my master's life? Have you come now to desecrate his grave as well?
Turning around, you faced a swordswoman brandishing her weapon. You tried to explain, but she didn't listen.
Silence! Listen up, dog of Farrell. You'd best not let down no god just because I'm a woman. My toughness exceeded that of my master, and I'll prove it!
Faced with no other choice, you drew your weapon.
Versus Cassandra. Fate conspired to arrange their battle.
Alright, this is...
I'm going all out.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, I don't actually have to guard, but if I do, then it's going to... Yeah. Damn it.
Versus Cassandra. The final battle. Fight.
This would be so much easier. Fucking grab her and throw her. There we go.
All right.
Ugh. I hate having to guard impact.
Me too.
This is the way to the underground passage, Master, but it is known as a filthy place, and everyone steers clear of it.
Arma continued to consider herself your disciple. She was knowledgeable about the area, and according to her, an old underground passage lay just ahead. You remember the 3 gates you heard about in Altair? Altair. Perhaps this passage led to the second one. After traveling for a while, the spirit sword suddenly began to resonate as if reacting to something. Wondering at this, you began to search for the location that caused the strongest response. You soon arrived at an old ruin hidden on the opposite shore of the river, not far from the path.
I was surprised at first that someone with you like you would make it here, but I see now that you have the Soul Calibur. What were the priests of Altair thinking?
The young man in the ruin spoke to you as you looked at the spirit sword in your hand. It appeared that you were not welcome.
I know that you're nothing more than another fool in search of the Soul Edge. Leave now,
He said as he pointed his weapon at you.
or this place will be your grave!
Versus Yun Sung. Now, 2 souls are fiercely entangled.
Quit now! If you want to live!
Final battle. Fight!
Extra survival standard mode has been added. Yep, a small caliber system, yep.
It's not the size of the caliber, it's how you use it.
And the underground Juno has appeared. Another one of these enemy-infested dungeons.
He fell to his knees, his shoulders shuddering with every haggard breath.
You?
Haggard.
You'll regret not finishing me off. I swear I'll kill you!
You explained to him that while it was true that you were seeking Soul Edge, you were well aware of its danger, and that you were chasing the knight who destroyed the gate in Mizar. But Bastion did not listen.
I don't care what Altair or Mizar have to say. I don't trust you. You're the same as Veril! No, maybe worse. At least Veril doesn't pretend to hide what he's doing. Who's Veril? He's the man you're chasing. He went into the underground passes of Juno. He probably thinks Soul Edge is on the other side. He's a fool. If you're chasing him, then hurry up and go!
On arriving at the underground passage, you noticed that water covered the floor. You began to get the feeling the water level was rising. It looked like you had better hurry.
Alright. I believe this was where I was...
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate
When I played
sword.
this on my actual GameCube with my actual game card the last time when I was streaming from my laptop that one time, I think this was where I had reached.
Fight!
Feeling I'm probably gonna wanna...
Yeah, I had a feeling.
A hero desires a sword.
We're at, yep, 195 seconds. Yep, I kinda had a feeling that was gonna... Oops! Okay. And Bastion
The
fell to his
fighters
knees at
face a
Walmart, yeah.
gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword. Final battle. Fight.
go from here?
There's a storm out where I
Desires
am.
a final battle. Fight.
Okay, well, at least it resets the time to where it was.
The all. Final battle. Fight.
Has there been a battle so far that was not final? Yeah. I mean, arguably speaking, not technically, but there have been parts where, like, hey, we go up against more than one enemy in one particular fight,
Final battle. Fight.
but then it was just that one particular character for that round. So I mean, it's like, even though it was like battle 1, battle 2.
No. Final battle. Fight. Fate conspire. Final battle. Fight.
Gotta check something here real fast while I got a moment.
All right.
Underground Soul Calibur 2. That's the PS2. I don't want. Well, I mean, and I suppose it'll still be helpful if there's a map on here.
Always help.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So the boss is on the room area here, but there is a reward.
A hero desires a sword, and a sword desires truth. Final battle. Fight. Final battle. Fight.
giving Thor a run for his money.
Yeah.
Entrust your noble soul in your sword. Final battle. Fight!
Right. We get a weapon for Seongmina, a halberd. Then we want to head down here.
The fighter's fate. Final battle. Fight!
And then boss is down here. So,
Versus Assassin. Fate conspired to arrange their battle.
I could go for those two other chambers, but I figured now let's not risk the.
Battle 1. Fight! Win!
He took himself out in mid grapple.
Begone, you scum! Final battle. Fight!
This should unlock the labyrinth stage.
Alright.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. New area, road to a new area, Rigel. Alright. And I'm just curious, how many. So this will unlock chapter 7. Chapter 8. Just checking to see how many chapters there are in this. Okay, so there are 10 chapters in here overall.
Okay.
So I would keep going, but it is getting kind of close to me, getting time to be getting ready to head on out the door. So I think I'll go ahead and we'll call this here. And next time, I think when I pick up on a Wednesday stream or something, I'll probably just go ahead and go back to this.
Okay.
But
Sure.
I just want to check to see if there are any weapons. No. Illustrations for the art gallery. Oh, exhibition theaters. That weapon demonstration for Lank, yeah.
Excuse me.
Actually, we'll go ahead and we'll hit save data here. Yeah, doing well, yep. Yeah, I don't think I've even got to chapter 7 on my last playthrough, on my actual playthrough of, Yeah, we'll go back to the title screen real fast. Yeah, we got time attack, survival, team, 50 stages of one-round battles. Yeah, team battle. You battle using a team of characters. You can practice. We got new extra modes. And then, like I said, we got the museum. We got art gallery, battle, battle theater, which is just basically just watch the CPU beat each other up. The weapon gallery, various movies from the demo theater, which is just character endings. Yeah, the only one, like I said, I've got is the exhibition theater for. Yeah. And this is just like Link just showing off his weapons, essentially. And just flipping around. Very simple. All it is it's just the same repeated motion. Even with all these weapons, including the Megaton hammer, which is funny because if you watch, it's he swings it around, but he basically just continues to use the hammer as if it were a sword.
That elf boy strong.
Yeah, stab it with like the blunt end of a hammer. And that's it. I always just thought it was just kind of incongruously funny about that, but anywho. We'll go ahead and we'll call that here for the time being.
All right.
Yeah. See, no other plans for this week at this point except for staying the course. More Live Alive on Saturday. And then instead for Sunday, we'll go ahead and if I get my hands on the copy of Age of Imprisonment, we'll go ahead and we'll start that up on the 9th. So that's pretty much all I've got for this far at this point. So appreciate everyone's coming on out and swinging on by. This has been Mr. Ben.
Pleasure.
It's ready to
DM21.
Wishing you all a wonderful and happy evening. We will see you guys this weekend for more Live Alive. Until then, later, y'all.
See you, folks.
Later, guys.
Good night.